Alright, so these are the final steps for the leather bracers that I'm making. I've already got one set over here, as you can see. I put the parts on this side, and then this bracer will be done. And then I have this one that I'm about to do right now. But for some reason, it wants me to stream in landscape, and I don't have a way to prop this up in landscape. So give me a second, let me figure something out here. I wasn't prepared to try and stream this in landscape, and that's not gonna work. I might have to just stream in portrait. Let's see. Fuck. Maybe I can use this. Just bear with me here. Actually, that could work. Yeah, actually, that could work pretty well. Provided that it doesn't, fall over or anything. All right. So this at least gives you a perspective into how I do the leatherworking stuff. Let's take it from here. So I got the buckle. I'm gonna put the buckle down here. For me to put the buckle here, I need to make sure that it's centered with this edge here. So it's going to be on an angle like that, because as long as I have it straight against this line here, when it actually folds over like this, it's going to be more narrow towards the wrist, a little wider towards the top there, and the edges will line up. So if I want the edges to line up, and I want the buckles to be straight and not canted, they'll have to come straight over this edge here. So the only way to do that is to keep it straight along this edge here, which means it's gonna look sideways like that. But that's perfectly fine. That's actually normal. So let's go ahead and do it, yeah. So I want to get a good solid anchor point here. So it's going like now and right there. Easier to put it where it needs to be. So. Okay, so looking at it like this, I still have enough leather all around the rivet to hold it in place, and it doesn't give me too much excess over here, so that way it can actually still bend when it needs to bend. So clear that. And actually, I'll do the other two as well. Right, so I think I should be done with the X-Acto, or this is the Excel. So I should be done with that for now. I'm gonna put the cap back on it. Just back over here. All right, so now on this one here, I've got the buckles on the, as we look at it, the left side. And then on this one, I'm going to have the buckle here on the right side, because you want them to be opposite of each other. That way it's symmetrical when you try to put it on. So if you want the buckles on, the top part here on your wrist, if you want the top buckles on this side here, then you're going to want to use this one to put it over, or I'm sorry, this one. So that way when it wraps around your wrist, the buckles are going to be on the top of your wrist to come down. Some people prefer it that way. Or you can go and put it on the other wrist and the buckles will be on the bottom. But either way, as long as you have buckles on the opposite sides for each pair, then no matter how they put one on, the other one's going to go on the same way. Buckle on the top, buckles on the bottom. So that's how we do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on. Now I can actually get back to doing this. My hammer just fell. So let's see. So because I want a little bit of leeway here. That's what I'm looking for. Just a little bit of leeway this way. So that it can still kind of bend without too much of an effort. Oh, let me silence those. Okay. So now I've got that, and it looks to be pretty straight. Yeah, that's pretty straight right there. So I'll flip this over. Now I get to see where I'm putting these rivets. Oh. One here. And I have one here. So this one. Now this might get a little loud. So I got one hole there. I didn't fully pull out of here. There we go. Alright, and then now that I got that one there, now I know how this is supposed to go on. Try to keep this straight. Okay. Okay, so now I have the two holes where they need to be. I have the two holes here where they need to be. Now I take the rivets. Just want to have more rivets than that ready. Huh. Oh, no, I used them. So the rivets that I use are two-part rivets. And the two-part rivets for me are just a little bit easier than, well, not that they're easier, but they look better, in my opinion, than the quick snap rivets. Although these require a little bit more effort. To me, they just look nicer. So that's what I'm gonna use. So basically, I take one, put it here like this, take the other, put it like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then I put it through the hole. As you go through the holes, you stick out on the back side there. And I take these little caps, and to stage them, they just snap on just like that. And the way these are designed is once they hit something and they smush, they flare. So it's going to hit the top part of this, and it's going to start to smush as I'm hammering it down. And then once it smushes, it's going to flare on the inside of the cap here, and that's how it keeps them together. And the harder I hit them, or the more I hit them, the closer they get, the more it smushes, the more it flares and holds it tighter. So that's how that works. So I grab my anchor, which is right here. So I got my anchor, and I got my tool. So anchor and tool. And how this works is I'm actually going to move it over here. The anchor. Now the anchor has two sides. So you have a flat side here, and you have a curved side right here. Kind of see it's like bowed a little bit. So this side is the side that you want to use. Okay, so it keeps the round part of this from flattening and pancaking. And then I have this one here. Now this is my setter tool. This part is flat, and that's for the hammer edge, the hammer side. And this part is also very slightly curved, as you can kind of see there a little bit. So very slightly curved, and for the same reason. It fits right on top of there like that and keeps it from smushing. So I put this side on one side, I put this on, and then this side. That's how it gives you that really nice look to it. So put that right there, just like that. Put that right here. It's not going to come off, and that's how I set the buckle. So I do that on the other sides. And can I stop, drop my mallet? Man, I gotta make a mess, man. Alright. So next, this same idea. And then this one's gonna go there.
I don't think so. When's the last time you got a call from Egypt?
Just like that. So those are gonna go there. I'm gonna go right here and right there. Okay, so I got that one. And this is the last one. All right. So I got those hammered out. Put this in here like that. Like that. In there. And then these. And that's gonna go in there. And then here we are. And now I use the caps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. My battery's dying. That's unfortunate. Just drained the shit out of my battery. Goodness. Alright. So my battery's almost dead. So I'm going to get these in there. And then I'm going to finish this up on my own. Just so I still have a form of communication that I could use, which are important. So let me get those anchored in. Back over here. Right, so I got these set. These are all good to go. And then I'm going to take these strips right here. And I'm just going to cut these to size for the opposite end of the bracer. And this is where, this is what's going to curve. Not what I'm looking for. This is what's going to insert into the buckle, and the buckle hook is going to go in between the holes that I'm going to punch in here. Yeah, so that's it. Once I get these 6 straps cut to shape, cut the size, and get the holes punched, we got them shaped on here. You know, and it's like a little point. Once I have those set, then these braces will be completed. Man, this focus on this camera is killing me. Alright, but with that being said, my battery is just about dead, so I'm going to cut the video here. Feel free to reach out to me either on Twitter, or you can even see my my blog on. That's RHYSTILS. HIDEHOUSE. Okay. So you check me out on Tumblr there. I'm also on Twitter for this channel called the Real Ristle. So if you guys have any questions, or if you just want to reach out, give me some words of encouragement. Trust me, it's more than welcome. As well as if you guys want to help me in my endeavor here, I do take donations as well. I have a Ko-Fi set up, and I also do take PayPal. And my PayPal is ristlesleather@gmail.com. So that's going to be the easiest way to get in contact with me, either through email, or if you want to make any donations via PayPal. That's going to be the easiest way. Everything you guys do is, you know, more than welcome. It's generous if you guys do donate. It's not necessary, but is very, very, very welcome. So yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you have any questions on leatherworking or anything like that, just feel free to reach out to me and let me know. Thanks.